It feels like most cars these days are all about being the loudest, the fastest, the most aggressive. But what if a car was designed around a totally different idea? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dig into with the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid. Okay, this one phrase I think just nails it. A quiet partner in daily life, right? This isn't about being some flashy statement piece. It's about being a reliable companion, something that just fits into your life. It really sets the stage for a car that puts function and, honestly, your peace of mind first. So I want you to really think about this for a second. With all the crazy designs and super complicated tech out there, what if your car was actually designed to reduce your stress, not add to it? What if it just made your life simpler? That's the big idea we're going to unpack right now. All right, so let's get into it, starting with the core philosophy here, because this car isn't just a random collection of parts, believe me. It's built around a very specific, a very intentional idea. And that idea is something they call calm mobility. I mean, the goal here is pretty simple. Create a driving experience that feels totally approachable and supportive. Something that makes your commute, your errands, heck, even your longer trips, just less of a hassle. Easier. And really, it all boils down to these three key words: steady, familiar, and dependable. It's all about building the sense of trust right from the second you get in. You just know it's gonna work. And that makes it a super easy car to live with every single day. Okay, so that's the philosophy, but how does that whole calm idea actually show up in the metal, in the car itself? Well, let's take a look at the design. And you can see it right away on the outside. Look, instead of going for that really aggressive, in-your-face styling that's so popular right now, Toyota went for these really smart, subtle refinements. The front end, it's cleaner. The wheels, they're 18 inches that look confident, but not like they're trying too hard. Even the new colors are restrained. It's just a clean, modern design that doesn't feel the need to scream for attention. And that exact same thinking carries over to the inside. The whole cabin is about being easy to use. I mean, check it out. They updated the center console for better storage, which is always a plus. You can get these big, clear screens, a 10.5-inch for infotainment and a 12.3-inch for your instruments, but the key is they're super straightforward to use. And yeah, you can get things like heated seats and a heated steering wheel on the higher trim, which just adds to that quiet comfort. Nothing in here feels complicated for the sake of being complicated. It just works. All right, let's talk about what's under the hood. What makes this thing go? The powertrain is another perfect example of where Toyota chose smart balance over just raw, aggressive power. So, what we've got is a really clever hybrid setup. It's a 2-liter, 4-cylinder engine working together with 3 electric motors. All told, that gives you 196 horsepower, which is a really solid number. And here's the kicker. All-wheel drive is standard. That's not an option, it's included, which adds a huge layer of confidence no matter the weather. And what does that feel like on the road? Well, it's smooth. It's confident. You're looking at a 0 to 60 time of about 7.3 seconds. Now, is that going to snap your head back? No, but it's more than quick enough for everything you need to do in the real world, like merging onto the highway. The power comes on in this really predictable, easy-to-manage way. It feels responsive, but it's never jarring. But let's be real. The main reason you get a hybrid is for the efficiency, right? And this is where this system is an absolute rock star. In that frustrating stop-and-go traffic that, let's face it, most of us deal with every day. Whether you're stuck on the freeway or just running errands, the whole system is built to squeeze every last mile out of a gallon of gas. And that's a benefit you're going to feel in your wallet. Okay, so this all sounds pretty good, but the big question is, what's it going to cost? Let's talk about the value proposition, because honestly, this is a massive part of the story here. So the starting price is expected to land right around $30,000. And for a hybrid crossover that comes with all-wheel drive as standard, that is a very competitive place to be in the market. And even if you want to go for the higher-end trims, the ones with all the bells and whistles, you're still only looking at a price that tops out around $34,000. The whole lineup just feels really accessible. It proves you don't have to completely drain your bank account to get modern, efficient tech. But the real value is in what comes standard. Toyota is basically bundling all the stuff you actually want. You get the super efficient hybrid system, you get that all-wheel drive confidence, and you get a whole suite of advanced driver assistance safety systems. All included. That means even the base model feels like a complete package, making this a really smart car to own for the long haul. And of course, it's gotta be practical, right? And it is. It can tow up to 1,500 pounds, and you've got about 22 cubic feet of cargo space. What does that mean? It means it's got the room for your groceries, for luggage on a weekend trip, for all that daily life stuff. It's just built to handle it. So we've looked at the philosophy, the design, the power, the value, which brings us back to the big question. Is this the right car for you? Could this be your everyday partner? Let's just quickly recap what we've seen. First, there's a clear philosophy of calm, stress-free driving. Second, you've got a practical design that's all about being easy to use. Third, a balanced powertrain that's both efficient and confident. And finally, a really strong value package, where all the important stuff comes standard. When you put it all together, it's a really compelling car, even if it doesn't shout about it. And that really leaves us with one final thought. In this endless search for the perfect car, a search that's always pushing for more excitement, more aggression, more everything, maybe exciting isn't what we all really need. Maybe, just maybe, what some of us are actually looking for is something a little quieter, something a little more calm.